other people instead of just going 7 deep. That was asking a lot for 7 dudes to play a playoff basketball game, a game 5, where it's probably the most important game of the series, and you put them through the ringer basically. So, but good point. 334. So, update. We're halfway in the third quarter, 77-62. So this thing is still looking ugly. Probably won't even pay attention to it anymore. Boston is handling their business, and handling business. Speaking of that, we got Area 21, which is KG's show on TNT, and he brought in the Celtics, and we finally got some sort of, discussion on this whole thing with the 10-year reunion and Ray Allen not being invited and why they're mad at Ray and, and all this good stuff. So they're basically mad because Ray Allen, 2 things. He left without telling them anything, and then he went and played for the Heat. Now, it's been 10 years since that went down. 10 years since they won the championship. It's been maybe 8, not 7 or whatever, since the whole thing when Ray went to Miami, I guess. It hasn't been, but more than anything, it's been over a year. These guys got to get over this, because Ray don't care. And Ray seemed like when he left, he didn't care. Should he have told him? Yes. Yes, he should have told him. Just a common courtesy. Hey, man, I'm out. Boom. And then you gone. But to just say, you know what? We're not going to invite him. He probably wouldn't even show up anyway. But just to not even extend the offer, to him, because y'all not on speaking terms. Because we all know this is and I'm going to use a movie, Straight Outta Compton. Remember when Easy, it was just like, yo, man, things is just getting out of hand. And he went to go talk to Cube, and Cube was looking at him like, yo, what you want? And then so he was just like, yo, man, I just want to holler at you, blah, blah, blah. Everything good. They shook hands and all that stuff. That's exactly how it's going to be. They're going to show up. They're going to start talking. Somebody going to break the ice. Somebody going to say something or whatever. And then it's kumbaya all over. So why not invite this man to the party? If he don't show up, then you're done with him. But invite him to the party. Y'all hash this thing out and stop acting like y'all little kids or whatever. But y'all too grown for this. If we're talking about, because I'm thinking it's something deeper. It got to be deeper. It's got to be deeper than just, you didn't tell me you were going to the Heat, or something like that. Or you went and played for the Heat after 10 years. Something else is going on. There's reports that Rondo and Ray don't get along personally. So I could see something like that. But for the rest of those guys, I don't think they really have a beef, with Ray like that, not to invite him. So just invite them, man. Y'all get that over with and stop, acting like little kids. And so we can, move on with the real stuff, and talk about not this little, high school stuff, but hey, it is what it is. And what is on this way. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take this time to go back in the chat for a second, see if anyone said anything about this whole Ray Allen thing, because there is something I want to touch base on that I will need all of your help, with feedback, information, and I'm going to lean on you guys, because you guys are my 411. So if you don't know, hey,
it's the Wait a Minute Show.
Listening to the Wait a Minute Show on WSME tonight. So let me go back in the chat here for a second. Rough Buff just said, and shouts out to Rough Buff who is in the building, ex-squad affiliate family member, saying they act like they were sleeping with Ray. Hey, exactly, Rough. Or did somebody sleep with somebody that they weren't supposed to? That's how they acting, and Big L talking about no Ray, question mark. Yeah, no Ray, Big L. They don't want him to come. They don't want him to come to the party. So JB Jennings said, I've never seen that many grown men whine and cry about the most pettiest in my life. And you're absolutely right, man. It's just like, dude, I done had friends that I haven't talked to for a while, man. And then we talk and it's all good, so it's been a long overdue. Let's just say that, let's see what else. Big L is talking trash to Mocha. Big L, this is Mocha saying, I'm not gonna tell you again to shut your Arkansas Razorback ass down somewhere. Okay, so Big L, be careful, because if you disrespect Mocha, Lopan gonna have something to say. Yeah, he trying to get tucked in, so this will be his way into Mocha's heart, if he take care of you. So watch out, Big L. But what I wanted to move on to is someone brought it up. This TDSS 3, the Doug Stewart Show 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. I really do need your help. Y'all in the chat, is that this will be, I'm going. This will be my first TDSS. So what I need to know, I'm trying to figure out. I've been listening to, some of the shows and some of the stuff y'all been talking about, but I'm a little slow. I'm trying to catch up. So with this event, I need to know what is expected from me. What am I supposed to be here and like straight while out? Am I supposed to be in here like slapping people in their mouth? Am I supposed to be, hiring, entertainment? What is TDSS 3? What is the expectations? Yes, Mocha, I am coming to TDSS 3. And shouts out to my man Jay Fish Microwave. He said checking in at work, mother F the Lions. You know what? F you, Fish. You know what? I wish you was on the phone so I could just say, Lopan, do work.
Indeed.
Yeah, J-Fish, go back to work, man. You finish up your smoke break, man, and get on up out of here, man. I'm telling you, man. You better leave my Lions alone. So, but shouts out to J-Fish. That's my man, though. So yeah, Mocha, I am coming, to TDSS 3. So someone just told me something about a linen suit. Grego said you need to wear a linen suit and sandals and be professional. So Grego, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I'll wear a linen suit, but professional, I don't know if that's exactly what you're going to get from me. Sluggo said, just show up and have a good time. Where should I stay? Sluggo, I mean, I'm in Atlanta, but should I stay in a hotel? Should I just stay at my house and then just go to the event? So everyone just type in there in the chat room, man, please give me some feedback so I know how to act accordingly, because I don't want to go in there and then Lopan's with me and then he hyped me up and then we both get kicked out of TDSS 3 and then not invited to 4. So Grego said be ready for church on Sunday. So okay, pass the plate. In the building. So TDSS 3, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be, there with bells on. So I'll be ready for that. And let's get ready, to get a little bit into, some folks just talking a little crazy, but, before we do that, we're going to take a little break and then we'll come back, and get into a comment that, Stephen A. Smith said today. That was just disrespectful. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
Give it to you. Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat Squad couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the Squad to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world.
for sports talk, guy talk, with the blend of hip-hop culture that turns up. Tune in to Cooking with the Microwave with your host, Jay Fish. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 105 Eastern Standard Time on X Squad, affiliate.com/SME. The club is going up.
Coming straight from the A.
Kick it with your boy Key at www.keyc.com. This show covers some of the realest issues trending today. He'll keep you locked in from the first listen. You can find him online on his mobile app or at KYSII.com, XSquadAffiliates.com, iTunes, Google Play, and especially on the SME network. You don't want to miss it.
All music artists, lend me your ear. Looking for that hot beat to make your next hit? Go to FaroJaroMusic.com. Tired of paying for overpriced studio time for mediocre beats? Go to FaroJaroMusic.com. FaroJaroMusic.com offers industry quality hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop beats that will take your creativity to the next level. We know it's hard to find dope beats out there, so don't waste any more time searching YouTube or whack beat-selling websites. Go to FaroJaroMusic.com today to cop the beat for your next hit. Mixing and mastering services available too. Once again, go to FaroJaroMusic.com. That's FaroJaroMusic.com for the hottest beats in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. It is your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, host of the Wait a Minute Show. So we're going to get into this Stephen A. comment that he made about Peyton Manning. I don't know if you heard about it, but we'll talk about it. But before we jump into that, I just want to finish up a few comments that some folks was laying in the chat room. So we talked about Grego telling me to wear linen suits and sandals and be professional. But Grego also telling me to be ready for church. But Big L wants me to do my show from TDSS3 weekend. I don't mind doing that at all, Big L. So if nobody else got a problem with it, I will certainly do it, and then that way we can have all the X Squad, in one spot and get this thing turned up, and do it big. So I'll check into that, and if they ain't got no problem, I ain't got no problem. So Chief told me, Jelani don't feed into that. So basically, appreciate it, Chief. You ain't trying to set me up because Greg, I'm talking about be ratchet as possible. Miss Mocha told me don't wear that with no sandals. So yeah, I know that, Mocha. So, but I appreciate you, looking out for me. You always got my back, Mocha. I appreciate that. So, Sluggo said, laugh out loud. JB, I think the Celtics genuinely hated Miami. So when he joined them, it pissed them off. I'd be pissed too. So this is to JB Jennings. And Ms. Mocha said, Jelani, X Squad will give you details. All right. And Chief told Ruff, F you. Laugh out loud. All right. So this whole thing with Stephen A. Smith. So earlier today on First Take, they were just talking about Peyton Manning having, a statue in Indianapolis. So they were asking him, Max Kellerman and Damian Woody, as far as like, does Peyton Manning deserve to have a statue at Lucas Oil Field? Of course, Stephen A. He says no, and basically everyone looked at him like he's crazy, which I'm right there. I'm looking at him like he's crazy because here's what Stephen A. was, argument was. His argument is that, hey, if you're not going to put up one of, Troy Aikman, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and it was Tom Brady, and all that stuff, then you can't put up Peyton Manning. He doesn't have the resume that these other guys have. And